Hello, athletes and fans of bodybuilding. Tarek El-Gindi with the Mr. Olympia. Today, we are going to be announcing the names that have been selected for the Masters Olympia. Prior to us announcing the names, I'm going to introduce you the leaders that have come together in this selection and also the representatives that are going to be assisting you in Tokyo, Japan. I'm going to start with the head judge of the Mr. Olympia, Sandy Williamson. How are you, Sandy?
Doing well, Tara. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. Also, she is the head judge of all the regional shows in Japan. She is Sally Sasaki. How are you, Sally?
Good, thank you, Derek.
Thank you for joining us. I'm also going to introduce you. He's the CEO of FWJ. He is the promoter of the Masters Olympia in Tokyo, Japan. Shoji, how are you, Shoji?
Hi, fine. Thank you, Derek.
Thank you so much for joining us. I'm also going to introduce you guys. She's the vice president of European operations for Wings of Strength. She was the first promoter of the Masters Olympia under Wings of Strength. Alina Popa, how are you?
I'm good, Derek. Hello, everybody, and thank you for having me here.
Thank you for joining us. And also, I'm going to introduce you guys. I know a lot of you guys already know him, but he is considered to be the greatest Japanese bodybuilder of all times. He's a great representative of the sport. He'll be the ambassador of the Masters Olympia in Tokyo, Japan. And he is also the Masters Olympia 212 champion, Hidetada Yamagishi. How are you, Hide?
Good. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have an all-star team here. We're going to provide you the information necessary for you guys to prevail at the Masters Olympia. Prior to initiation of the announcement of the names, I'm going to go to Alina Popa. She is the promoter of the Masters Olympia in Romania. And now we have all the criterias for qualifications, for selections. We still have a few shows that might happen, that will happen in order for people to qualify. Alina, can you give us a brief introduction of the qualification system, the selection, and if people still have the ability to qualify if their names don't appear today?
Yes, of course, Derek. And I think that this is a very important topic. As we will present the selected athletes today, we need everybody to know that there were different parts to qualify and to also be part of the Masters Olympia this year. One part was the qualification part, which meant that the athletes had to qualify for the event. There's a very long list of competitors that have already qualified because this qualification period started immediately after the Masters Olympia in 2023 happened. So from end of August 2023, this qualification period goes all the way to August 3rd of this year. So we are going together all the athletes that won a Master Pro class in their division in over 40. Over 40 only will got and will still get their qualification. What we are doing today is we are selecting from the applicants because there was an additional component where certain division or certain geographical athletes from geographical parts could also apply due to different reasons. So the results of the selection from these applicants will be will be presented today. But we already have a very long list of athletes in every division that have already qualified by winning these shows. We will present now the results of the applications, which is going to be a second part, and there will be additional names coming because let's not forget the qualification season ends only in August 3rd. So everybody can still have the possibility to qualify if they win a Masters 40 plus class in their division.
Derek, you're on mute.
Yes, sorry, I was on mute because there's some background. But if your name is not on the list, you still have some shows. And Sandy Williamson, in a little bit, is going to provide us with that list. I want to go to our promoter, Shoji. Shoji, can you tell us why you wanted to bring the Masters Olympia to Japan?
Yes, Derek. There is a few key points. First, since 2019, with the support of the Jim Manion, Tyler Manion, and Robin Chang, we have been holding the Pro Show and as a part of the IWB Pro League family. I believe we have received strong support and praise from many athletes. However, for athletes in Asia, the lead of the road to the Olympia is still not easy. That's why I want to hold the Masters Olympia Tokyo, Japan, to help athletes, especially in Asia, feel closer of the Olympia. And the secondary is I have the inspired for the idea behind the Masters Olympia, which gives the athlete the chance to keep the competition and the sharing the after the past 15th round. I really agree with those thoughts. That's the thought that Jake Wood and Timanium. And I would very much like to attend challenge in the hosting Masters Olympia. So being the support by many staff and working to make this event success in my current motivations. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Very nice. Yes. We want to thank Jake Wood, Olympia owner. We also want to thank this event is sanctioned by the IFBB Pro League and the NPC. All these competitors at some point, they were part of the NPC and now they're part of the IFBB Pro League under the presidents of Jim Manion and the vice president, Tyler Manion, and international director, Robin Chang. Now, Shoji, tell me a little bit about the preparation of the event.
Yes, now my team, FWD is working very hard, very hard, and so preparing for many things. We have always thinking about how to show the Japanese spirit of the omotenashi in English in the for hospitality to the athlete and for audience. We have changed the venue last year. A new venue and the check-in location in between Tokyo Station and Imperial Palace, which is the current center of the business in Japan. It's one of the best locations in the country. We want to create a great show for the athlete. For that, we need support by many sponsors. We really hope many companies will support us. Thank you, Derek.
Thank you so much. So it looks like everything is on point. The Masters Olympia will happen in Tokyo. An exciting thing. With no, I'm gonna go straight to the list. Sandy Williamson, are you ready?
Yes, I am, Tarek. Let's see.
Alina Popa, are you ready?
Of course. We always got to be ready for you, Tarek.
Hidetara Yamagishi, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Sally Sasaki, are you ready?
Yes.
Shoji-san, are you ready?
Yes.
Here we go. The first list of competitors to be selected. I'm going to read the names and then we're going to talk about it. It's going to be Bikini. And the names are women's bikini, Emma Bauman, Rafaela Brandão Oliveira, Choi Hyuna, Tomo Hashimoto, Mayuko Honda, Heather Kam, Kaoru Kira, Yuri Maruyama. So here are the names of the female bikini competitors that have been selected. Once again, Emma Bauman, Rafaela Oliveira Brandão, Choi Hyuna, Tomo Hashimoto, Mayuko Honda, Heather Kam, Kaoru Kira, and Yuri Maruyama. Congratulations to these competitors. Sandy, let's give a little bit of a clap here.
Hey, congratulations.
Congratulations. Sandy, if some bikini competitors have not seen their names, could you tell us how many more Pro Masters 40 bikini shows we have left?
Yes. Well, first of all, we already have 24 athletes that are qualified. Okay. And then the ones that we just picked. And then additionally, there's 14 more over the plus 40 bikini shows still to be held around the world. So they're going to go on stage with a total of 40. They could go on stage with a total of 45 athletes in bikini.
Correct. So, guys, we have, according to Sandy, we have 14 more shows, but the competitors have already been qualified. You can see here on the IFBB Pro League Jessica Wilson, Janine Herrera, Nucia Freitas, Karen Hanich, Elisa Angela Angel, Jill Humphrey, April Conley, Julie Reyna, Abby Gaetano, Gigi Amaral, Jeanette Vives, Myra Colcord, Nicole Gugia, Nicole Johnson, Sherlyn Ibanez, Fallon Wainwright, Nina Di Tomaso, Denise Lycon, Susana Aramayo, Chrissy Rodriguez, Medica Abado, Julie Tilley, Angela Ruccilli, Myra Concord. I think her name is there twice. Congratulations, you've qualified twice. Yamili Gedeon, Ala Afanasayeva, Shalon Nauer, Glennis Wallace, Tiffany Van, and Renata Guimarães. So, guys, just so we're clear here, we have the list of competitors that were selected, plus the competitors that have already qualified, and we still have 14 more shows for bikini competitors to qualify. So it should be a wonderful lineup. Congratulations to the competitors that have been selected. Sally, you know, a Japanese competitor, Yumi, she just won a bikini open show in Taiwan, correct?
Right. So Yume Kurokawa has been competing many times and many years with us, and she finally got qualified to Mr. Olympia.
Correct. Yeah. So tell me a little bit about, because I've been to Japan. Sandy has been many times to Japan. Tell me a little bit about, you know, the great expansion of young Japanese competitors that are qualifying not only for the Masters Olympia, but also for the Open Olympia.
Yes. So, you know, people in Asia, we're kind of relatively small and we're not that tall, we're not that big. So bikini is the perfect, you know, the division for the Asia to do well. And when we started the bikini, we didn't really know what we were looking for, but with the great, you know, judges, you know, Sandy, Tarek, Big Steve, Tyler, we have a great judges to pick the right person. So the bikini and the coaches and, you know, even other divisions, they know what the judge is looking for. So they got the right information and they started to do very well. And the past few years, you know, people in Asia, including Japan, I think we evolved a lot and started to do very well. So I'm very much looking forward to see many more young competitors, you know, bikini, figure, wellness, you know, other male division starting to do well.
Yes, great job. Congratulations. And I covered Yumi Kurokawa on Olympia News today. So congratulations. She's now qualified for the Open Olympia in bikini. She won in Taiwan. Great job. So now we are moving on to the next list. It's women's physique. Are you ladies ready? Are you gentlemen ready?
Yes.
Here we go. Women's physique competitors selected. We have Natalia Bistrova, Tracy Gill, Ji Hai Lee, and Chika Usujima. So Natalia Bistrova, she's from Russia. She turned pro at the Romania Muscle Fest. She also competed as a pro at the Romania Muscle Fest. Tracy Gill, I know her. She's from Australia. She competed with me in Singapore. And then we have Ji Hai Lee and Shika Usujima. Congratulations to these competitors. This is the women's physique lineup. Congratulations. I want to ask Hidetada. We have here a list of women's physique competitors. Tell me a little bit about, you know, the Japanese culture. They watched you in the Mr. Olympia, and now we have competitors in every category. How did that happen, that transition of not only bodybuilding, but all categories?
Yep. So obviously, women's categories. I don't think it. Correct me if I was wrong. Sorry. This is the first women's physique competitor be on a pro stage, correct? So from Japan.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, she's the very first professional. Not only just open show, it's a masters. She's the very first one. So just like me. So I'm Chika. I last time I saw her, which was I believe a couple years ago. But I gotta tell you, she must show improvement to compete with these top ladies. So I know she knows it, and we will see how good she is because she's the first one again. So I just want to congratulate her.
Congratulations, Shika Usujima. Now, guys, I want to add once again that we have competitors that have already qualified for the Masters Olympia Women's Physique. I just want to go ahead and quickly read their names so we know that they have qualified. Ivy Rain, Carolina Dos Santos, Heather Grace, Joanna Romano, Susan Graham, Candace Carr, Maricel Cruz, Krista Bethel, Anna Harrias, Autumn Swenson, Marina Casinopoulou, Oksana Piatti, Ann Gruber, Natalia Springs, Heather Rigsby, Sachi Butler, Trishy Wood, and Nana Silva. Nana Silva, actually from Brazil, she actually won a open show as well. So, Sandy, can you take a look at the women's physique list? How many more shows do they have in women's physique, or this is it? This is the final list for women.
There's five more shows, plus 40 shows. Again, not only in the U.S. but around the world. So there'll be 5 more women that will have the chance to qualify in addition to what we went over today.
Fantastic. So, ladies, 5 more shows for women's physique. So you have the chance to get more qualifications. I want to mention here, we have right here representing her class, Natalia Coelho has joined us. She has won the women's physique Olympia title, and she's here supporting. Natalia is a superstar, and we have here a lot of the great people. We have Beyond the Stage. He has a new Instagram channel. He's doing awesome. Larissa Godoy, who competed at the Masters Olympia. Thank you so much for joining us. So we are going to move on to the next list. Let me just check here before to create some expectation. This is the women's wellness. Women's wellness. Here comes my Brazilian competitors. They want to be selected, but not all of them can. But let's check out the names. Are you ready, Alina Popa?
I am.
Shoji-san, are you ready?
Yes.
Tara, are you ready? Sandy, Sally? Here we go. This is the wellness competitors that have been selected. Right here, women's wellness. Minjia Fang, Renata Guaraciaba, Minaku Ishida, Alessandra Pinheiro, Liliana Velez Marin, and Minju Jung. So these are the competitors that have been selected for the Masters Olympia. Minjia Fang, Renata Guaraciaba, Minaku Ishida, Alessandra Pinheiro, Liliana Marin, and Minju Jung. Renata Guaraciaba, who has won a show open. Alessandra Pinheiro, who competed at the Masters Olympia. And I just judged Minaku Ishida in Las Vegas. So congratulations to the 5 competitors. Now I want to go back to the list where we take a look at the competitors that have already qualified for the Masters Olympia. So we have a big list of wellness competitors. So in addition to the names that we just read, you guys, I want to add that Nerilde Garcia, who won the Masters Olympia in Romania, she'll be joined by Simara Walter, Oana Marinescu, Tanya Viegas, Casey DeLong, Amber Engel, Luz Abinaman, Rosa Munoz, Cinzia Clapp, Joan Norwood, Jamie McKenzie, Yami Partridge, Jenny Smith, Normarie Fonseca, Kim O'Connell, Ruth Benson, and Joy Bay. Joy Bay just won the Samson Showdown 40. So,
and I just wanted to add that in this list that you are reading, Tarek, the top 5 are the top 5 that qualified by winning top 5 at the Masters Olympia in 2023. So the top 5 in all of these lists are athletes that qualified that way.
Okay, thank you, Alina. So the top 5 are the girls that placed top 5 at the previous Masters Olympia. The other competitors are competitors that have won shows over 40. Okay, perfect.
And these are all the qualified athletes. This doesn't mean that we will see all of them on stage because it's a matter of 2 years. Sometimes athletes cannot compete. So just that we keep that in mind whenever we look on stage, and we'll be like, oh, this athlete is not on stage, is because, some compete and some don't.
Well, I just judged the Samson Showdown, and we had over 40 Master Wellness, and Joy Bay will be
Yeah.
in Japan. If she has to go swimming, she will be there. She said, Tarek, I need to go to Japan. So I said, Joy, congratulations. You won the show. Joy Bay, she just won with me last week. She's going to Japan. So now we have the wellness. And then, Sandy, I want to go back to you. I know wellness is a fairly new category, but we have all these competitors that have already qualified. How many more shows do they have to attempt to qualify for the Masters Olympia?
Obviously, the popularity of wellness has really increased, not only obviously in Brazil, but around the world. And we have 9 more shows that have the plus 40 in it. So you'll have 9 other, athletes will have 9 other chances if they want to, try to qualify.
Absolutely. And I'm going to say, I just had a chance to judge Minaku in wellness at the Samson Showdown, and she looked incredible. And I know the Brazilians are not going to be my fans right now, but we had 2 great Brazilian competitors at the Samson Showdown. But it turned out that the top 3 right there, it was Cassandra Gillis from Canada. She won the show. So, and then second place was Sandra Acal. She's from Spain. And third place was Nicole Stewart from the United States. So the Canadians, the Spanish, the Japanese, and the Americans, they are coming. So you better be careful, Isa Pereira, Franciele Matos, Eduarda Bezerra, because all the other countries are coming along. Okay, are you guys ready so we can move into the next category? Okay, the next category is 212, and that's those guys that want to go against the current champion, Hidetara Yamagishi. Here we go. Are you guys ready?
Yep.
Okay, these are the competitors that have been selected by the committee in the 212 category. We have Kyung Hoon Bae, Philip Chiero, Toto Jong, Derek Farnsworth, Shoichi Hirokawa, Kim Jung-ho, Katsutoshi Matsusaka, Miguel Angel Lopez Blanco, Lee Powell, Mark Smith, Shane Stewart, Thomas Tabasiar, Steve Thayer, Samir Trudy, and Jeff Williamson. So congratulations to these competitors that have been selected. We have plenty of names here. Hidetara, I'm sure you recognize some of these guys. Shane Stewart is a former Mr. NPC USA's. We have here Kim Jung-ho. We have Derek Farnsworth. A lot of your friends here, Hidetara.
Yep, I've been competing with all these guys for a long time. So we are, iron brothers. But once we decide to be on the same stage, that's the war.
Yes, let the war begin. These are the 212 competitors. Thomas Tabasiar, he was at the Romania Muscle Fest, great competitor. Toto Jong, he's been competing for a long time. And then we have here Shoichi Hirokawa and Katsutoshi Matsusaka. Sally, you know these competitors well?
Yes, they are actually not only the masters, but they are also competing at open show as well. And they were one of a few Japanese bodybuilder in pro show that they were actively competing. So I'm looking forward to do how they are doing well against the top masters athletes.
Very nice, very nice. So Shoji-san, a lot of great competitors in the 212. Right after this live, Hidetara better go do some legs, right?
Right.
Yep.
That's what yeah.
All
and
right.
the Hidetara Yamagishi and Kim Jung-ho is very fun. It's enjoys.
Very, very some
Right,
of
it's
the
a fun.
great names we've seen in the 212. So it's going to be exciting. Guys,
Right.
once again, I'm going to go back to the 212 list of competitors that have qualified. We want to make sure everybody understands the procedure here so that and then we're going to go back to Sandy and mention the shows that we still have it. Alina, does that sound good? Are we doing it right?
Sounds great, Derek. You're doing a great job here.
Thank you. In the men's 212 bodybuilding, the top 5 of the Masters Olympia in Romania were Hidetara Yamagishi. He was the champion. In second place was David Henry. Third place, Anwar Al-Baluchi. Fourth place, Ahmed Fauzi. And fifth place, Johnny Shreve. And then qualified by winning a over 40 show, we have Brian Garrison, Douglas Connor, Ricardo Bertolotto, and Vinny Galanti. Now, Sandy, I'm going to go back to you. Can you tell me if we still have 212 shows that people can qualify?
Yep, but it's very slim. There is one more 212 plus 40 that is on the books between now and beginning of August.
Do you have the location of that show?
I do not, Terry.
It's okay. It's
They
okay.
can go to ifbbpro.com and just go to the 212 division, and it'll tell you which open show is going to have the Masters with it.
Perfect, guys. If you go to the IFBB Pro website, there's this list that we're reading, and then there's the selection of all the shows that are still going. 12. We have one more 40.
Toronto. It's Toronto Pro.
Toronto Pro. So if you are at 212, everybody should be going to Toronto right now. Everybody buying tickets. Ron Hosh, he's the promoter of the Toronto show. And we have one more 40. But we have an incredible list, guys. Looking at this list here, qualified, Hidetara Yamagishi, David Henry. I mean, some of these names are incredible. I'm excited to see all of them there. Okay, so now we are moving on to the next list of competitors. This is women's figure. Women's figure. And last time we had the Masters Olympia, man, the competitor that won the Masters Olympia, she placed second at the Olympia, Jessica Reyes Padilla. So figure competitors, you're about to face one of the greatest competitors in the figure category. But here we go. Let's present some of the names that have been selected. In the figure, we have Younghee Baek, Tomoko Goda, Her Yoon, Hatano Tami, Sachiko Ito, Atsuko Mikami, Katsui Sato, Stacy Steiner, Minako Tanaka, and Kayoko Yamamoto. Let me repeat the names here. Younghee Baek, Tomoko Goda, Her Yoon, Hatano Tami, Sachiko Ito, Atsuko Mikami, Katsui Sato, Stacy Steiner, Minako Tanaka, Kayoko Yamamoto. These are the names of the competitors that have been selected. Congratulations to all of them. And now I'm going to go back to the list of the competitors that have already been qualified in the figure. Sally, am I doing good with the pronunciation of Japanese names?
I've been so impressed. You're perfect.
Tarek, she's glad that it's you and not me.
I'm doing my best here, guys. For all of you guys that don't know, I am a huge fan of sumo, and I recommend all of you guys that are going to Japan. Shoji-san and Sally, they took me to watch a sumo match in Japan. It was one of the most amazing experiences of my life. If you're going to Japan, go watch a sumo event. It's the oldest martial art in the world. The tradition is incredible. And I'm forever grateful for Shoji-san and Sally-san to take me there. It was an amazing experience. And I'm a huge fan of, the Japanese culture. So I kind of know a little bit of these names. But let's go here with the list of competitors that qualified in the figure already. So here we go, guys. The top 5 from Romania Masters Olympia are Jessica Reyes Padilla, Donia Jackson, Gina Palma, Corey Morales, and Zufia Bitieva. And then we have already qualified by winning a show, Elvira Madwami, Kim Clark, Jessica Baltazar, Osiris Trump, Deshauna Price, Sandy Lark, Ashley Kelsey, Adrienne Matthews, Madame Laveau, Maggie Watson, Constance Jones, Mary Solange Esso, Rita Villarreal, Edith Driver, Esmeralda Diosdado, Vida Madwami, and Danielle Rose. So these competitors have already qualified in addition to our list that we just published. And then Sandy, in the figure category, how many more shows do these competitors have to attempt to make it to the Masters Olympia?
They have a good number. They have 9 shows, 9 figure shows that are going to have the plus 40. So there's chances, I'm assuming no matter, like I said, where you're located, to try to get that qualification. But I just saw Vera, again, she just won this past weekend at the triple O. And she was second in the Open.
Absolutely. I mean, in the figure category, you have a lot of the great competitors competing in the Open, competing in the Masters. Jessica Reyes Padilla is a perfect example. So the figure should be one of the most competitive classes. Once again, congratulations to all the ladies that have been selected, that have qualified. And if your name was not there, you still have a lot of opportunities to qualify for the Masters Olympia in Tokyo, Japan. We are now moving on to the next category. This is the men's physique category. We have some names here, and I'm ready to publish these names. Here we go. Men's physique athletes that have been selected by the committee. Ash Abdullahi, Viet Doan, Everton Ribeiro, Shogo Sato, Tsutomu Suzuki, and Naoki Tanaka. So here are the names: Ash Abdullahi, Viet Doan, Everton Ribeiro, Shogo Sato, Tsutomu Suzuki, and Naoki Tanaka. So we have 6 names here of competitors that have qualified. Now, Hidetara, I want to go back to you before we go to the list of athletes that have qualified. It looks like the men's physique has been the strongest category for Japanese and for South Korean competitors, right? When we
Correct.
go to Mr. Olympia, we see a great number of Japanese and South Korean competitors. Tell me a little
Right.
bit about the strength of a lot of these Asian competitors in the men's physique.
I think men's physique, they're since they set up the weight cap, it's more like they going to more balanced physique, which I think that originally they set up the men's physique category for that kind of physique. So I'm glad that a lot of guys from here or Asia fits that kind of physique. So that shows, and this Masters Olympia, I'm sure some of these guys even compete in Open, then will do well.
Yeah, absolutely. Sally, what were the competitors from Japan that we had in the men's physique category going to the actual Mr. Olympia?
So are you talking about Uezato?
Yeah,
Joe
Wesato.
Yeah. And Farouk, they're the 2 from Japan who made the Olympia 2024.
Yes, I've had a chance to watch some of the competitors from Asia. Great, great competitors. Here we go. We have one of the most popular Anabolic Space. He's one of the most popular Instagram channels. He's going to be helping us promote the Masters Olympia. Now, let me go back to the men's physique competitors that have already qualified for the Masters Olympia. And this was a great class in Romania. It came down to 2 competitors in the end. And we had here men's physique competitors that have already qualified. And I know Arya Safai, he's going to be in Japan. He said, Tarek, I want my title. I'm going to have the title again. Arya Safai, Sharif Reed, Dajuan Freeman, Myron Griffin, Andrea Mosti, Kevin Johnson, Demarchis White, Ron Riley, Manny Andara, Alessio Focci, Audrey Benson, Eric Neal, Michael Ferguson, Damar Turner, Anthony Sullivan, Everett Davis, Ro Woon Lee, Alex Woodson, Reginald Williams, Kevin Rasco, Micah Thomas Jr., Frankie Arcega, Damar Turner, Manny Andara, George Brown, and Kevin Reeder. So these guys are already qualified. In addition to the list we already presented to you guys. Now, Sandy, how many more shows do we have for men's physique competitors?
We have actually a lot too. We have, because obviously it's a, you know, it's a popular division all over the world. We have 13 more shows that will have the Masters 40 in it.
All right, so we have 13 competitors that have the opportunity to win a Master 40 show and go to the Masters Olympia in Japan. Congratulations to the competitors that have qualified and to the competitors that have been selected. Okay, moving on to the next list of competitors. Things are getting excited here because now we are going to go to classic physique. Classic physique competitors. Let me find here the list. Okay, here we go. These are the competitors that have been selected. And once again, if you're not happy with the selection, just ask me for Sandy Williamson's phone number and I'll be happy to provide you guys.
Thank you, Eric.
Here's the selection for classic physique. Jun Choi, Ali Emring, Rogério Felizardo, Kei Furukoshi, Han Jun Lang, Shinichiro Kodama, Miguel Perez, and Yukihiro Yuasa. These are the competitors that have been selected. I'm going to mention their names again. Jun Choi, Ali Emry, Rogério Felizardo, Kei Furukoshi, Han Jun Lang, Shinichiro Kodama, Miguel Perez, and Yukihiro Yuasa. So these are the competitors of the classic physique that have been selected for the committee. Present you guys the competitors that have already qualified for the Masters previously. So right here, men's classic physique. The winner last Masters Olympia was Alejandro Cambronero, Kelvin Hind, Ross Caesar, Luis Martinez, Thomas Conley, Joseph Karimian, Richie Sean, Brian Garrison, Mehmed Mehmedov, Armando Amon, Phil Zuniga, Brad Killian, Angel Bajana, Jason Theobald, Daniel Hughes, Aldo Masolo, Brandon Williams, Jose Invernizi, Abdullah Al Sairafi, Chris Barnes, Terrence Teal, Fabio Lopez, Brent Baumgartner, and Joshua Ellie. Alina Popa, I want to go back to you because in the classic physique, Alex Cambronero had one of the most amazing performances. We had a lot of people after the Masters Olympia said if Alex had shown up like that at the Olympia, he would have surely be top 5. Talk to me about some of the best presentations you saw in Romania.
Oh, absolutely. Alejandro Cambronero has an amazing physique, very aesthetical, and he's a very, very beautiful poser. His posing routines are very artistical, and we see that quite a lot in the men's classic physique, right? There's a lot of great posers in this division. And we're looking at one right now in 212, right? Amazing routines by Hidetada Yamagishi. He's always been very beautiful and very aesthetical routines.
Yes, I remember watching, and I was right next to Steve Weinberger when we saw Alex Cambronero. He was very impressive. He dominated the classic physique. I also want to mention huge battles, right? We had Hidetada versus David Henry in the 212. And then in the men's physique, we had Sharif versus Arya Safai, right? And those were huge battles. In the bikini category, Janine Herrera versus Jessica Wilson versus Nucia Freitas. Man, Jessica Wilson improved tremendously from prejudging to finals, and she was able to conquer that time. So it was very competitive. But I must say, Alex Cambronero and Jessica Reyes Padilla, they were quite dominant in their categories. Now, Sandy, can you please tell me how many more shows we have in the classic physique for competitors to attempt to qualify?
Yep, and again, it's a good number of shows because of the popularity. So there's 11 shows that will have the plus 40 in it.
Okay, 11 shows. And guys, I'm assuming here, based on what Alina said, that Toronto, Ron Hosh, he has a lot of master shows. So guys, I know Toronto Pro Super Show, I'm assuming they have all the categories there. So you guys will have plenty of opportunities to qualify and go to Japan.
You know what, Tarek, real quick, I think too, because of the Masters Olympia and everyone now they know that it's going to be a bi-yearly thing. I think a lot of the regional promoters though are that's making them add that plus 40 to their pro divisions, to garner those athletes.
Absolutely, absolutely. I had a chance to judge at the Samson Showdown, the Masters 40, and a lot of these competitors, to be fairly honest, I looked at all the competitors in the Masters 40, and I just couldn't believe incredible physiques.
And that's how it was with figure at the Triple O, the Masters 40. Alina was there.
Yes,
they dominated.
Yeah, and it's one of the great things about the Masters Olympia is that you are going to see incredible physiques, right? The perception of being masters in our bodybuilding industry is competitors that are over 40 and over 50. Most people don't know that Ronnie Coleman, he won the Olympia over 40. Dexter Jackson competed into his 50s. Hidetaka Yamagishi won the Masters Olympia, and I think you are over 45, right?
Yeah, I was 50 when I won a Masters.
So we are experiencing longevity in our sport where these guys can display great physiques in their 40s, 50s. Now we are moving on to men's bodybuilding. We had Kamal Elgarni winning the show. We had Max Charles second place and Phil Klahar in third place. Those guys brought it. They brought tremendous physique. I'm about to present the men's bodybuilding open. Here we go. Men's bodybuilding open. Odilon Batista, Alexander Bessadin, Marcelo Pedro da Cruz, Yong Byon Kim, Daniel Corman, Walter Martin, Jung Soon Park, Logan Robson, Mariusz Tomaczuk, and Todd Whitting. So these are the competitors in the open bodybuilding that have been selected. Odilon Batista, Alexander Bessadin, Marcelo Pedro da Cruz, Jung Byon Kim, Daniel Corman, Walter Martin, Jung Soo Park, Logan Robson, Mariusz Tomaczuk, and Todd Whitting. Congratulations to these competitors. And let me show you guys Marcelo da Cruz, who's here selected. He just competed in the Arnold Classic Brazil, and he placed third place in the Open. Phenomenal competitor. He's excited to be in the Masters Olympia. Congratulations. And then, Alina, correct me if I'm wrong, but Mariusz Tomaczuk, he was in the last Masters Olympia, right?
I think he was. Yes. His name is, yes, it's very familiar from 2 years ago.
If I'm not mistaken, he's from Hungary. I could be wrong, but his name is very familiar. Hidetaka, you recognize some of these names here that are in the open bodybuilding. I think you've competed against Jung Soo Park, right?
Yeah, I'm sure I've been competing some of these guys. I've been competing 30 years, so I'm sure I did a show with them.
So congratulations to these competitors. Now we are going to go to the list of competitors that have already qualified in the open bodybuilding right here. Kamal Elgarni was the winner. Max Charles, Ryan Garrison, Christopher Sullivan, Slavoj Bednar, Brandon Hatton, Michael Eli, Hernan Tabarachi, Dorian Haywood, Ray Short, and Vladimir Agrinsky. So those are the names that have already been qualified, and then we have the names that have been selected. Now, Sandy, how many more shows do we have for competitors to qualify for the Masters Olympia?
Jared, there is still 5 more shows, so there is definitely opportunities for the men's bodybuilding to qualify.
5 more shows for you to compete over 40, earn your qualification, enjoy these amazing names that we mentioned. Congratulations to everybody that have been selected for the Masters Olympia Open Bodybuilding. Sally's son, I've been to Japan many times. Sandy has been to Japan. I love sumo. But if these competitors are not really into sumo, what else can they do in Japan?
Yes. The Tokyo is very unique. Just within the Tokyo city, you can see the traditional like culture side, like you can eat traditional food, sushi, and at the same time, we have very energetic for the younger generations can enjoy themselves, like in Shibuya, Shinjuku. These are big cities is within the Tokyo city. So you don't really need to go farther. You can stay one place in Tokyo and you can take a walk or you can take a trip. The transportation is very easy. Unfortunately, there's no Uber really popular in Japan, but don't worry, transportation is very easy. And you can, enjoy yourself. Maybe if you allow yourself for a couple of days before the show or after the show, you can take advantage and, try to have fun at the same time.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Can I say something though? I've been to, and Sally and Soji know how I feel. I was to Japan at their pro show in August last year, and I have been telling every show that I go to, I tell the masters if they qualify, they have to go. I'm serious. They rolled out the red carpet. Everything was not that far from each other and stuff. It was very easy to get around. But it's a trip an opportunity that they're not going to want to miss.
I had a chance to visit the temples, amazing temples. I stayed in Shinjuku. I love Shinjuku. Beautiful, beautiful neighborhood. The subway system is flawless. I had a chance to go to Ginza, beautiful neighborhood. They have amazing place. I had the Emperor Castle, right? That was also amazing. I had some Wagyu beef, and then I had the best sushi in my life with Hidetara and Shoji. We ate some really good sushi. And then we are going to take Sandy Williamson to the most exotic, eccentric sushi place in Japan when we get there. She loves sushi. So Shoji and I are going to take her to a very eccentric place. Sandy loves sushi. Now moving on to the next category, that's going to be fitness. Okay, here we go. Let's get the fitness competitors ready. I know some of them were tagging me on Instagram. I really hope your name is there. Alina Pope, are you ready?
I am.
All right. Here we go. Michelle Blondin, Stacy Dawn, Karina Hackerode, Sally Kendall Williams. I repeat, the competitors that have been selected in women's fitness: Michelle Blondin, Stacy Dawn, Karina Hackerode, and Sally Kendall Williams. Congratulations to these competitors that have been selected. In addition to that, I'm going to present you the list of competitors that have already qualified in this category. Here we go. Women's fitness. Mina Paggiulati was the winner. We had Stephanie Jones, Tamara Vaughn, Jenny Worth, Debbie Fowler, Renee Brosh, and Ulrika Tergale. I mean, looking at this list, Sandy, all these girls, if I'm not mistaken, they compete in the Open, right?
Oh, absolutely. I was just going to say, they're all, I've judged them all on the Olympia stage.
So joining these competitors, we have the competitors selected, but the fitness category, just like figure, it's going to be one of the most competitive. Now, Sandy, once again, we go back to you. If they did not see their names on the list, how many more shows do we have for fitness?
There is actually two more that fitness shows. Again, up till I think till the Romania Masters Olympia. Before that, they never used the fitness promoters never had the masters. They would have a masters portion, and now a lot of them have added that on, and that's due to the ability, for these athletes to qualify for the Masters Olympia.
Absolutely. Congratulations to the competitors that have been selected and the competitors that qualified. We have 2 more shows, so I hope to see all of them in Japan, Tokyo, Japan. Now, the last category is women's bodybuilding. Alina Popa, who won the women's bodybuilding world champion. Alina, are you ready? This is your category. This is Linda Murray's category. Are you ready?
We are very excited to hear the names.
Okay. Here we go. We have selected in women's bodybuilding Myla Ash, Olga Belyakova, Emilia Dimitrova Balkova, Tiana Flex, Yesenia Garcia Speck, Abby Jimenez, Cheryl Mears, Alida Opre, Elisaveta Starchenko, Ura Kohler Spitzbart, and Jenny Welker. These are the competitors that have been selected for the Women's Bodybuilding Masters Olympia. Now, Alina, Mayla Ash, Tiana Flex, Alida Opre. Alida Opre won the Alina Popa Classic last year. Mayla Ash is one of the most renowned women's bodybuilders competitors. We have some great names here.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Great names selected from these applicants. And they are adding to the great quality that they already have on the ones that have qualified. When you pull that list, you'll see that those names are great. And these names are just absolutely amazing. We're very excited to have all of them. As a matter of fact, Tiana Flex just got second place with only 1 point difference here at Triple O Dynasty.
Yeah, and Salika won both the Masters and the Open.
She did, yes.
So
Salika
she
qualified.
Yeah, she qualified for both the Masters Olympia and the Open Olympia on the same day.
Wow, we have here the list of competitors that have won. Roshana Boswell won last Masters Olympia. Barbara Mugen from Brazil, she placed second. We have Virginia Sanchez Macias, Donna Salib, Sylvia Mata, Tembri Murphy, Salika Given, Patty Corbett, Jeanette Lakowski, Gabriela Pena de la Vega, Tracy Smith. And here she is. Her name is again on the list.
She won
Given.
She won two Master Pro over 40.
Yeah, and qualified for the Open Olympia.
Yes, how amazing that is.
Yeah, Salika Given. I just covered her on Olympia News. Incredible physique, incredible density, right?
Yes.
I mean, she has muscle mass. Her back is formidable. I was very impressed by her, and she's going to be challenging Roshana Boswell, who's the current champion. Okay, so we have now just one more category to present. Are you guys ready? No, I think we finished. Women's bodybuilding was the last one. I'm so excited. I just want to keep going.
No. I know, this is fun.
But Terry, there's also 4 more shows for the women's bodybuilders. So again, there is opportunity to qualify if someone so desires.
Absolutely. I want to congratulate all the competitors that have qualified and the competitors that have been selected. And to all the competitors that did not see your name, in all categories, you still have the ability to compete and earn your qualification to go to Tokyo, Japan, and compete at the Masters Olympia. I've had a chance to go to Japan and to judge a show promoted by Shoji-san. Shoji is one of the best promoters in the world. His attention to detail is unmatched. The Japanese culture is one of the most beautiful cultures in the world. And Tokyo is probably my favorite city in the entire world. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to compete at an Olympia stage in one of the best cities in the world with one of the best promoters in the world. I hope to see you all there. I want to thank all my co-hosts that joined me today for this announcement. Sandy Williamson, thank you so much for joining us.
No, you're quite welcome.
Also, IFBB Pro Judge from Japan, Sally Sasaki. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tarek.
And the promoter of the event, he is the face of the Masters Olympia in Japan, Takayuki Shoji-san. Thank you so much. Arigato.
Arigato. Thank you, Tarek, and welcome to Japan for everything coming to Japan.
Thank you so much. I want to thank Alina Popa. She's the Vice President of European Operations. She did the first Masters Olympia in Romania. It was fantastic. Thank you so much, Alina, for joining us.
Thank you, Tarek, for having me.
And also, I want to thank the ambassador of the show. He's the face of Japanese bodybuilding, one of the great competitors at the Olympia stage, Hidetada Yamagishi. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Tarek.
All right.
One more thing I just wanted to remind everybody, in case they did not catch all these screens, that they will be posted on the Masters Olympia Instagram account immediately. And also the IFBB Pro League will have the list with all the names updated, both qualified and selected, within a very short time after this live is done. So everybody knows that they will find the list, everything public, very soon.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And Alina Popa, Shoji-san, Sally, if competitors want to know more information about the event or about the Masters Olympia, where do they go to, Alina?
They can definitely write at Masters Olympia at MrOlympia.com. And from there, I can direct them to all our colleagues in Japan that can help them and get them more information on the ground.
And Sandy Williamson, if they need to find out the list of shows that are left for them to qualify, where do they go?
They go to ifbbpro.com, and there's a thing that says schedule at the top. And it's actually very easy because each of the divisions, you just click on whatever division you want, and it'll show you all the shows that are coming up and which ones have a master's division, whether it's just plus 40, but, a lot of our shows now have plus 50, plus 60. But yeah, to qualify for this show, though, they must win the Masters 40.
Absolutely.
And Derek, Japan team, we have decided to do meet and greet for this Masters Olympia event on their Friday, the check-in time. So please secure the athletes your time and also fans, and please visit meet and greet Masters Olympia Tokyo.
And then if they want to get more information in regards to hotel transportation, they go to www.fwj.jp. Is that correct?
We have a specific the site for this Masters Olympia. Everything written in English, so we can. I think Alina, you or
Yes,
whoever approached, we can direct them to that right site.
Perfect. And then all the sponsors around the world, if you want to be present at the Masters Olympia, please get in contact with Shoji, Sally, and Alina. You want your brand at an Olympia stage. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Literally hundreds of top competitors. And I'm hearing here that we're going to have over 4,000 people live watching this event. We're also going to have a pay-per-view worldwide. So if you have a brand and you want to be represented, you want people to see your brand, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Congratulations to Shoji, Sally, and Hidetada. This is a wonderful event. And the head judge is going to be the head judge of the Masters Olympia, Sandy Williamson and Alina Popa. My name is Tarek Elgindi with the Mr. Olympia. This is Olympia TV, the most respected channel in bodybuilding. We'll see you next time.
Ladies and gentlemen,